The hallways were a river, and Marcus was a stone, unmoved by the currents of laughter and whispers that flowed around him. He'd learned to build a dam in his mind, letting the noise of others break against it without ever reaching him. You see him there, head down, clutching his books like a shield. Each step is deliberate, a straight line through the chaos of teenage life. He doesn't look up when a shoulder bumps into him, a little too hard to be an accident. He doesn't flinch when a snicker follows him down the corridor. His destination is always the same: the library. There, amidst the silent giants of literature and history, he finds his sanctuary. The quiet hum of the lights is a symphony compared to the cacophony outside. He sits alone at a table in the corner, the world shrinking to the space between the pages of his textbook. This is his training ground. While others are learning social hierarchies, he's mastering calculus. While they're practicing a different kind of chemistry at parties, he's memorizing the periodic table. He is forging a different kind of strength, one that isn't measured in popularity or Instagram likes, but in knowledge and quiet determination. Night falls, and the contrast becomes even clearer. Through a window, you see the flashing lights of a party, hear the distant thumping of music, but the camera pans back to Marcus's room. The only light is from his desk lamp, a solitary beacon in the darkness. His face is illuminated, etched with focus. Stacks of books stand like skyscrapers on his desk. He's not just studying, he's building an empire in his mind, brick by painstaking brick. This is the unseen hustle, the silent grind. There are no cheers here, no applause, just him, his ambition, and the quiet ticking of the clock, counting down to a future no one else can see yet. Flashbacks flicker like old film, a whisper in class, just loud enough for him to hear, a book accidentally knocked from his hand. The empty seat next to him in the cafeteria, each one is a tiny paper cut, insignificant on its own, but together they bleed. These weren't grand acts of cruelty. They were subtle, insidious attempts to make him feel small, to make him feel invisible. But they made a critical miscalculation. They thought their shadows could extinguish his light. Instead, they only fueled his fire. Every jeer was a log on the pyre of his motivation. Every snub was a reason to climb higher. They were trying to bury him, not knowing he was a seed. Then comes the day of reckoning. Graduation. The air is thick with anticipation. A sea of black caps and gowns. Parents crane their necks, cameras at the ready. The principal steps up to the podium, his voice echoing through the auditorium. And now, he booms. It is my distinct honor to announce this year's valedictorian. He pauses for dramatic effect. The popular kids exchange confident glances, already congratulating their friends. With a perfect grade point average, Marcus Vance. A ripple of shock spreads through the crowd. Murmurs and confused whispers replace the eager silence. Who? Marcus? The quiet one. Slowly, from the back rows, he raises. He walks toward the stage, each step steady and sure. He's not the same boy who used to navigate the hallways like a ghost. He moves with a newfound gravity, a presence that commands attention. As he ascends the steps, the room falls utterly silent. All eyes are on him, this enigma they'd overlooked for 4 years. He reaches the podium, adjusts the microphone, and takes a deep breath. He looks out at the faces staring back at him, the curious, the confused, and the ones who once mocked him. He doesn't start with a thank you or a list of accomplishments. He begins with a story. For 4 years, he says, his voice clear and strong, resonating through the hall. I've walked these halls in silence. Not because I had nothing to say, but because I was listening. I listened to the whispers, the jokes, the assumptions. I learned that the world often mistakes quiet for weakness and silence for absence. But I am here to tell you that the quiet ones, the ones in the back of the class, the ones in the library, we are not absent. We are observing. We are learning. We are building. He pauses, letting the words hang in the air. While you are busy making noise, we are busy making plans. While you are focused on being seen, we were focused on becoming someone worth seeing. This cap, this gown, this speech, they are not a victory over anyone. They are a testament to the power of silent strength. It's the strength that gets you through late nights of studying when others are asleep. It's the resilience you build when you turn mockery into motivation. It's the quiet confidence that grows not from the approval of others, but from the relentless pursuit of your own potential. He looks directly at the section where the bullies are sitting. Their confident smirks have vanished, replaced by a dawning, uncomfortable understanding. Their faces are a mixture of confusion and shame. So, to all the other quiet ones out there, Marcus continues, his voice rising with passion. Never let anyone's noise drown out your inner voice. Your silence is not emptiness. It is a combasi. It is a foundation. What you build there, in the quiet, will be stronger and more enduring than any temporary status or fleeting popularity. Let them underestimate you. Let them overlook you, because the day will come when you will stand on a stage of your own making, and your success will be the loudest thing in the room. Hey, finishes. The silence that follows is profound, heavy with the weight of his words. Then, a single person starts to clap. Then another, and another. Within seconds, the entire auditorium is on its feet, a thunderous, rolling ovation that shakes the very foundations of the building. It's not just polite applause. It's a genuine, heartfelt acknowledgement of his journey, his resilience, his truth. The teachers are beaming with pride. The parents are muto, tears. The bullies, now fully exposed in the light of his triumph, can only look down, their 4 years of casual cruelty collapsing under the weight of this single, powerful moment. Marcus simply nods, a small, genuine smile, finally grazing his lips. He doesn't need their applause, but he accepts it. He turns and walks off the stage, his head held high, his back straight. He is no longer a stone in the river, but the river itself powerful, unstoppable, and carving his own path. He walks out of the auditorium and into the sunlight, a symbol of silent strength, a quiet warrior who just won his war without ever raising his voice. His future is a blank page, and he holds the pen. Thanks for watching. Remember to follow 4 more stories that inspire.